back everybody, it's me, Gunmanzo92, and we are back today with MotoGP 22. I hope you like the video. If you do, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and my content if you haven't subscribed already. If you do subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me, my channel and my videos, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of them as they drop onto YouTube. So yeah, we're back today, MotoGP 22, heading into the German Grand Prix at the Sachsenring circuit. So we've got a contract management thing here to do. I think we checked out this guy at the end of the last video. -9 on negotiation, but up on credits. Credits isn't really that much of a focus for us. We really want that contract for next year. But to do that, we need to get back onto winning ways. We are currently sitting top of the championship by 54 points against Tony Arbolino. And Jake Dixon there in the last race getting that win, jumping 6 places up in the championship. So Jake Dixon's starting to come to the forefront, and Fabio Quartararo is currently top of the MotoGP Championship. Obviously, we would love to be his teammate next year. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at being teammates with Daryl Binder and Andrea Dovizioso if we can pick up that contract, of course. So first, we have round 10 of our Moto2 campaign as we head to Germany, and it's going to be a wet FP1, FP2 and qualifying. Apart from the race, it's going to be dry, so it's going to be difficult transitioning from wet to dry there without any dry time. But at least we'll get a little bit of wet under our belt though, so that might help us out in qualifying. It might hinder us in qualifying. We shall have to wait and see. Hopefully, obviously it doesn't, and we can get onto that front row. That's our team's objective, is to be front row and onto the podium. So hopefully we can get that front row place and yeah, look at finishing up in the top of the field. Obviously we would like to win here. This is a circuit I quite like. So yeah, obviously we want to win, but we just have to wait and see. So we've got brake discs, a 31.4 with the new brake setting, or install a new brake should I say. Get 3 sessions without falling, unlikely in the wet. Race a valid lap, including the long lap penalty, under 1:34.2. Race sector 3 at under 20 seconds. Get ready for qualifying session by completing a valid lap and finishing at least 3rd. And finish race pace, find the right race pace by completing 5 valid laps in a row under a 1:31.8. So let's jump straight onto track. We've got mediums. I don't think you have any other choice. No, you don't. You don't have any other choice, which could be interesting because I don't know how many sessions we're going to be doing. Yeah, we've got no other choice apart from the medium tyre. So we're going to stick. Do I go for increased acceleration considering it's wet? Thing is, we're not going to be able to change it, so we are going to have to. I think I'm going to leave it. We're going to leave it for this weekend, see if it hinders us at all. Yeah, let's jump straight into track. So this is obviously FP1. I'm going to do FP1, FP2, FP3. We're going to try and do as many laps around here as we can, try and get used to the circuit. But I will jump in with everybody once we are about to start qualifying. Okay, so we found something in that FP3 session. I think the trick was we were spending most of the time out in the early part of the session, and obviously it's a wetter track, so it hadn't dried out as much. So when we went out in FP3, we decided to fast forward a good sort of 10-20 minutes, something like that, to like the last sort of 10 minutes of the session, and that's when we managed to set a 1:29.5. So currently at the moment we sit top. I don't quite know what happened to the AI in the last session, but I mean you can see there previously they were a 1:29.7, we were only a 1:30.0, so I don't quite know what happened in the last session. They were a good sort of half a second off of their pace, so bit of a weird one, but yeah, obviously that did mean we managed to get top of a 1:29.5, so hopefully we can replicate that sort of lap time in qualifying. All does depend really on the track, the track conditions. Obviously they are wet, but I'd like to think that maybe we could get a banker lap in, and then hopefully later on in the session maybe go back out and see if we can get a quicker lap with another set of tyres. I think I've got an extra front and rear. So yeah, let's see. But anyway, Tony Arbolino and Sam Lowes are in second place. Obviously, Tony Arbolino, our rival contender at the moment, and Jake Dixon, who is putting himself forward a little bit more, has joined us from Q1. Unfortunately, none of our teammates are up there. As you can see there from our development tests, we have completed all but 2. Sector 3 in 20 seconds, not a chance. Yeah, so just have a quick look at tyres. Yeah, so you can see there we've got 2 fronts, and I think we've got 3 rear, because for some reason they give you more rears than front. Yet really you need it the other way around for a wet track, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I'm going to jump straight out now and do a banker lap, and then we'll probably have a look at maybe going back out if we need to and we can't manage to set the lap we want to set with the fresh set of tyres. So yeah, also what we have done is I was struggling so much with acceleration and braking, so we have changed the electronics to assisted. So that means you just get the extra traction control, which I will set now actually, just in case it hasn't saved from my previous one. Yeah, so as you can see, I've got anti-wheelie. It's a shame you can't turn it off because you don't really need anti-wheelie, but it's that traction control we so desperately need in this wet track. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes during the race, but it might be something we move right up to 1, because we haven't really needed it this season so far, so we shall see how we get on. But for now, I'm going to jump straight out of the track, and I'll show you my quickest lap. I'm just going to dive out and try and get a banker lap in first. Righto, so banker lap times. Track seems quite wet. And that is a very poor exit. We got Jorge Navarro right behind us as well. Probably not great to have a rider behind me, but hey ho. Here we go. So braking into turn 1. Heavy braking into turn 1. Try and pick up that later apex in the corner there. Turn 2. And then down the hill for turn 3. A little bit of front brake there, but not too much. Try and pick that wider line so you don't pick up that curb. That was right through there, I think. Yeah, it's definitely wetter than when we set our 129.5. I think the 129 might be a bit of an arse. Well, this is the part of the track where you can lose so much time. But that was quite good. A little bit of a lift through there. 105.9, that's not a bad time when you get to that part of the track. Ooh, a little bit wide there. Final corner. A 130.3 from Chantra, 129.7 from us. They are capable of that sort of lap time, so I'm going to just see if we can hold on to this green sector that we've just got here a minute, because this might be an even quicker lap here if we can hold on to this lap, but we've gone wide into turn 2. That's going to take some of that time away. We're still on for the quicker lap here. I've lost it through that corner, I think. We'll see as we come down this hill. Yeah, lost it through that. Just make sure we don't get in anybody's way. I'm going to go right off track here. We don't want to be in anybody's way. So yeah, we've got a 129.7 at the moment, but we're going to try and hold on to that lap, because that looked like quite a good lap. We made a bit of a mistake there going into turn 5, I think it was, or turn 7, something like that. So yeah, 129.7, which is a good lap at the moment, and I don't see anybody going quicker. The advantage will be, obviously, that we've managed to get that sort of lap time in, and the track is still quite wet. Obviously, it could dry a little bit more in the next sort of 4 or 5 minutes, so I'm going to get back into the pits, and we'll have a look at selecting the next set of tyres, just in case. as Marshall Schrotter just goes to 0.5. So yeah, let's jump straight in and I will see if we go back out. If not, that was our quickest lap. Okay, so the 129.7 was enough. Weirdly, the AI didn't even get into a 129, excuse me. So it would appear that the wetter conditions, which was FP2, was better for the AI. Don't quite work out how that works. Seems it would be a drying track and you would thought you would get quicker on a drying track, but whatever. We've got our pole position, which is what we were aiming out for. So yeah, hopefully we can jump into the race now. Obviously it is dry during this race, so it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to have to be aware of that. And yeah, hopefully get quite a good result around the Sachsenring in the dry. Obviously we would love to be king of the ring. I do really enjoy this circuit. However, I didn't really enjoy those practice sessions with the Moto2 machine, as it is extremely hard to cope with. So it does reckon you should go for a hard front, which, if I'm honest, I probably am going to go with, because you do have to rely on it. It's going hard. Okay, no, let's stick with it hard. I do think you might need it round here, so we are going to stick with it. We don't really want. I don't really want that to be the reason as to why we have a little bit of a problem and end up losing this race. So we're going to stick with what we've got here, and yeah, let's jump straight onto track and obviously start the warm-up lap. We're going for it hard. Let's see what everybody else has set for us. We've got a couple of medium fronts there, a medium rear for Vietti, but pretty much hards. Tony Arbolino on a medium rear, so hopefully that doesn't do him very well. Someone, what's going on here? I don't think the warm-up lap has gone to plan. It would appear everyone's gone straight on at turn 1 and crashed into the barrier, so that's good. Okay, here we are on the grid anyway to start the Sachsenring Grand Prix. Okay, so here we are. Clutches in, revs up. Obviously the lights are on, and we're a go. So we've got power map in 3 to start this race. So we come down into turn 1 with absolutely no idea where to brake or how much brake to apply. Oh, so much nicer in the dry. There is a yellow flag into turn 1 and 2 already. So we head into 3. Come up into 5 and 6. Easy, got that rear wheel sliding out. A little bit too much speed through there. Gaps up to half a second. Oh, didn't think I was going to get that stop. Oh, that nearly lost that as well. Oh, that limit's warning that one. Okay, out that corner, gaps up to 0.6 now. As we find our feet around this Sachsenring. Another yellow flag. 124.4, the gap's coming down in it massively. Nearly come down 0.2 of a second in just that straight there. So, turn 1 safely done again. We've got 7 laps of this Sachsenring Grand Prix, or German Grand Prix at the Sachsenring racetrack. Oh, Agura's gone down. Good news. He says at the moment. Oh no, not going to say it because Tony Arbolino just popped in. I was going to say Tony Arbolino doesn't look to be in the top 8, but then he just appeared 7th place with that crash, so he took that wind right out of my sails there. But down in 7th place is good for us. Currently half a second in front of Jake Dixon. Much better line through there. We've got lots of extra fuel, I've just noticed. So we're going to start trying to burn through some of that. 2.5 laps of extra fuel. Can't keep getting track limits warnings there, mate. We will get a ride-through penalty, which at the moment we don't want, because we are nowhere near Nowhere near enough pulling away from this grid. The rest of these riders. Oh, that's going to cost me. Nearly up to a second then. Got it a little bit screwy coming out of that main corner. Picture can't upload, what a shame. Not really all that bothered, if anything that was distracting. I'm trying to get a good lap in here, third lap. Our hard tyres should be warmer now, so that we can start to push a little bit. Got 1.5 laps of extra fuel. Gap's now to a second as we're nearly a second up on our time as these tyres start to come good. Nice line through there. Stick the power back in 3 as we come down these straights. Onto the brakes. Nice and heavy on the brake in here. Try and pick that wider line up. Get onto the acceleration, use the curb. Final corner. Much better line out that final corner then. 1:30.23.9, that is a good lap. We're starting to pull away now as our tyres are coming to us. We still can't afford to make a mistake though. We'll go back down to power mapping 2 here as we try and keep this lead that's come up to nearly 2 seconds. We do like this racetrack. We just needed to have it in the dry. That is the only problem with these Moto2 machines. I struggle big time in the wet with these. These are very nice to use and drive in the dry. But in the wet it does get considerably harder. Here we go, up the hill. Gap's at 1.6, it's come down ever so slightly, but then we're 3 tenths off of our last lap, so... Oh, I thought we were going to lose the front end there. Main straight times, we come down the hill, power mapping 3, onto the brakes. A little bit wide, but not too bad, that's good. Onto the acceleration, into the final corner. Gap's now at 2.2 seconds. Put that front end down, that'll lose me some time. 2.2 is still the gap, so the gap's looking good. So we switch it back down to power mapping 2 as we come into this first corner. We are on lap 5, so we've got 3 more laps to do. Joey Roberts has now taken past, and Dominic Chantra has managed to get past. Let's hope Joey Roberts holds them up a little bit. This is looking good for us at the moment with Jake Dixon and Tony Arbolino. I'm not... Oh, see, why did I have to say that out loud? I was going to say it's looking quite good for us. It'd be good if Jake Dixon and Tony Arbolino don't manage to stay on the podium or land on the podium. Okay, we get it. Pictures can't upload. Yeah, points-wise, it'd be good. I'm not really focused this lap. Been more interested in looking at the leaderboard. That gap's going to come down a lot because that was a very poor lap. Wasn't really focused on the lap there. Was more focused on the fact of where that pit board was doing and the chopping and changing of positions as we pick up our second to last warning without getting a penalty. Oh, a lot of crashes, including us nearly. Don't know why we're starting to wheelie out of that corner, but for some reason we are. Need to have a good lap here. Need to focus on this lap. Because these boys are right behind us now. We had a very poor lap with a 1:26.5. Considering our quickest lap was a 1:23.9. And our lap before that was 1:24.4, so not a good couple of laps at all. So we need to get back on it here. as Somnic Chantra starts to try and make a move for first place. We do not want to lose this first place. I'm going to try and get up the inside of him into here. He shoves it up the inside, we battle back. Got the power down the straight. Switch back down to power mapping 3. He's up the inside of us there, using a little bit of curb. Gonna go for a bit of a block pass here as he just rams us instead of moving out of the way. He's charming. Some more crashes there. My word, what's going on? Final lap time. After a poor few laps, they have caught right up with us here. Granted, that last lap was due to battling. We weren't able to use the racing line like we want to, because he was mainly, half of the reasons was he was there. He's going to do it again. I'm not happy with that. Gives me a much better drive. He's going to do it again, look. Much better drive through this lap though. Oh my word, he nearly lifted my front wheel off the floor. Power out the corner. Power mapping 3 as we try and come by him. Brake a little bit later. Oh my word. Somebody just rammed us right up the back there. Final corner, took that wide. Are we going to make the line? Oh, he rammed us again. What is going on with somebody Chandra in that last couple of corners there?
For the director to take us to the park
very dirty racing.
Let's take a quick look at the final results of this Moto2 Round.
Yeah, anyway, we did manage to get first. That was a bit dodgy from somebody Chandra there. And luckily, like we did say, Jake Dixon off of the podium, and I don't think Tony Arbolino finished the race. I think he might have crashed. He did finish the race, but he finished dead last. He crashed in the second to last lap there, so ouch! Not a good result for our championship rivals. Somebody Chandra taking himself into the championship standings there with minus 77 after that. After his second place, luckily he didn't get first. He didn't manage to push us off that much. And of course, our team are now top of the championship for the team as well by 12 points. So that's quite good to see. As we move into Parc Fermé, of course, to celebrate our win, a lucky win, granted, but a win. Somebody Chandra there managed to, we managed to stay on the bike, much to Samanic Chantra is trying to knock us off there. So we pick up all that reputation, which is very important, 336,000 now, and 11,650 credits, and of course the development tests. Only 2 of them that we didn't manage to pass. We have a technical staff, a crew chief, frame engine, but his data is much lower, so no thank you, sir. What else did we have? We had engine part completed. Oh, okay, so what have we got? Fuel consumption, maximum torque or fuel consumption. I think we shall go for... can we do that one? Yeah, let's do that one then. We're going to go for maximum torque, because fuel consumption, we're not really that bad on fuel, so we'll leave that as it is for now. So we've got 10 weeks, 5 weeks and 14 weeks. With it being that long, I don't see us being able to complete this bike, but we might do, depends how long it takes. We don't have any more contracts at the moment, and the rider market doesn't open until... so next week. Next week the rider market is open, so we might have to look at talking to with you. When does it shut? So it ends at Red Bull Ring. So we've got 4 rounds in between the drivers market opening. So that'd be interesting. It'd be good to see. If we do get that contract that we want. So yeah, next race will be Assen. We're back onto the podium in the last couple of races, which is good. And that win there that we picked up in the last race. Yeah, we're on the up. We are on the up. We are now, how many points clear? 73. So we're now 73 points clear of the championship. So all in all, a good weekend for us. A little bit weird on the AI there. Somebody Chantra doing some rather risque moves, especially around Sachsenring, diving up the inside like that and just nudging me out the way, which is lovely. Yeah, so yeah, a good video there. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and my content if you haven't subscribed already. If you do subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me, my channel and my videos. And don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of them as they drop onto YouTube. So I shall see you all in the next video, which will be round 11 at the Dutch Grand Prix in Assen. See you all in that video.